Welcome to episode 2171. Lisa Su, semiconductor CEO billionaire. This is an outline of episode 2171.
To graduates is find the toughest problems in the world and volunteer to help solve them. Because this is really how you make your own luck. This is when people really pay attention. And this is when you're really doing something that makes a difference. I've had the opportunity several times in my career to work on some very hard problems. Sometimes I found it extremely frustrating and stressful.
She was born in Tainan City, Taiwan, in 1969. In 1994, she graduated PhD from MIT. She was 25.
I was very focused on math and science, and so I went to MIT. And sometimes, and maybe you guys can relate to this, careers are very much by chance, right? I'd like to think that you planned everything out minute by minute, but it's usually not like that. And so it just happened that in my freshman year, I was looking for a job, like everyone is looking for a part-time job, and the part-time job that I got was working in a semiconductor lab. And so I had to put on a bunny suit for the first time, and I was basically doing grunt work for a graduate student and running some of his experiments. And I thought it was so amazing that you could actually put on, sort of a tiny little chip, so much power. And at that time,
she worked less than a year at Texas Instrument, and she spent next 13 years at IBM.
And I asked my management at IBM to give me a chance to run a business. And so they did actually give me a shot, surprisingly. I made a lot of mistakes those first few years, and I learned that the moments that really shaped my career were the times when I really screwed up the most. It's like in the lab, when that experiment you thought was supposed to work out.
In 2012, she started working for AMD, and in 2 years, she became CEO, leading AMD to one of the biggest turnaround in semiconductor history.
She would make it until she started making her moves.
Now AMD stock is trading in a totally different stratosphere.
Strategic alliance between AMD and OpenAI in October 2025.
AMD, we are so thrilled with the partnership with the OpenAI team. And it's also, a huge moment for the AI industry because, when you get to the right down to it, you need more AI compute. I mean, that's where we are today. Compute is the foundation for all of the intelligence we can get from AI.
In October 2025, she has a net worth of $1.4 billion. She's 55-year-old. The secret of her success
is a PhD is actually pretty useful. That's my personal opinion. Because you get to work on some problem, during your PhD thesis, you work on some problem that nobody else is really working on in the world. And that gives you a lot of opportunity to explore much broadly than sometimes in a company you become much more focused.
Subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. In September 2025, I visited Amsterdam, the birthplace of capitalism, and Brussels, headquarters of the European Union.